Hey, good morning, Mogul Chicks. It's Adrienne Graham, CEO and founder of Mogul Chicks, and of course, Graham Talent Group and a couple of other businesses as well. But today is Take Risk Tuesday, and I wanted to do a quick video. Well, I hope it'd be quick. You know how I can go on and on sometimes, but I wanted to do a video about why people fail to hire. They are so afraid to take the risk to hire. I want to talk about what is the cost for you to not hire, because that's even bigger than anything else. I don't care what anyone says. People say not marketing, people say not having the right customers, but when you don't have the right team in place, that dramatically affects your bottom line. So I talk to a lot of people and I get different feedback from them. The conversations always turn into complaints or excuses, saying oh, my team isn't performing right, or I can't find the right person, or I've hired people but I've had to fire them because they couldn't pick it up. They need someone to clone themselves so they can be like them, but they don't know where to look. And I can go on and on and on and on with the different excuses that I get. But the bottom line is, there are a lot of people that are causing their own internal chaos because they're afraid to hire. The first thing that people think about is, why hire? What? That's a big thing, and automatically people get panicked when they hear about hiring. So the fear, what I've come to realize, what I've come to understand in my 20-something years of this industry of HR and recruiting, is that this fear is often rooted in money, having a budget, power, being able to delegate, and the image of themselves. Imposter syndrome. I see a lot. So I wanted to talk about that today in this video. So I hope you guys get some nuggets from this, and I hope you participate in the conversation as well, because it would be good to hear other people's opinions. So I've worked with clients anywhere from startup businesses, because I used to work as a mentor at accelerator programs, all the way up through Fortune 100 companies. I've worked with entrepreneurs who have built multi-million-dollar companies. So it's been a range of people that I've worked with. And in the very beginning, it's often the same excuse, the same problem, either money, power, or self-image of themselves. So let's start with the money issue first. A couple of people recently have come to me and said, well, you know what? There's different levels at different levels, different revenue levels, different levels of hiring at different levels of revenue. Excuse me, I'm tongue tied today, but I get it. People feel, well, I can't afford that. It's not in the budget right now. I'll go broke if I hire someone. I don't want to pay money if I don't have enough work for someone to do. Listen, what is the cost of you not hiring? Yeah, you might be managing everything now by yourself, and you might be able to go ahead and get good clients and put out all this work and content and all that good stuff. But really think about it for a moment. If you close your eyes and you said to yourself, if I had just 3 people who do what I do, close your eyes and think about that. 3 people who do what I do. How much money could I bring in? How many more clients can I service? Now, some of you are going to come in here and say, well, I don't need a big practice. I don't need a lot of money. I don't need it. This is not for you. This is not for you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the replay or wherever you saw this, but this is not for you. This is for the other people in the room who want to grow and scale, who know they have the potential to build a multi-million-dollar company, but for some reason, the fear is keeping them from hiring to be able to do that. No person, I don't care who it is, nobody builds a multi-million-dollar company on their own. Okay, we can get into the debate about whether you had coaching or not coaching that can help you, but if you do not have the proper team in place, you cannot make big revenue goals, period. Not long term, at least. So let's talk about the money part again. Let's keep talking about the money. So people say, I don't have the budget, or I'm only at $250,000. I don't know how to hire at that level. How can people come work with me if I'm not making that much money? I don't understand who's going to want to work. Those are the kind of things that I get, and I just reject that, repel it, like, get away. We're not talking about that. I always talk about your revenue generating team. Everybody defaults and says, I need an assistant. I need a VA. I need someone to come in and help me, just be my assistant and back me up. No, that is not your revenue producer. And I saw a post the other day. Someone said, my VA made me $90,000 or something like that. I don't know the context of that because it was a sponsored post, a paid ad, but typically your support staff do not bring in revenue. They may free you up so that you can bring in more revenue. But then that's like spinning on a hamster wheel because you're still doing all of the work. You're the one that's being tied down. You're the one that's doing all the output. You're the one responsible for all the money coming into the business. When we grow in scale, we don't want that. We don't want to do that. What we want to do is be able to make sure that our teams are running fluidly, our company is where it's supposed to be, and we're able to produce that revenue as a group, as a whole, you know? So think about that for a moment. Who are your money-making team players? Who are the people that can bring in money to your business? Think about that for a minute. It could be salespeople, it could be account managers, it could be someone who does what you do. You can find the money to hire people to do that stuff. There are creative compensations. I'm not going to go into that right now, but there are different ways you can compensate your employees. Let's talk about the power thing. Now, there's a power struggle that goes on, delegation. There are a lot of people, and I was one of them in the beginning, who did not want to delegate. I was so afraid to let go of anything that I was insistent on holding on to every single thing. I did not want to delegate. I wanted to make sure that I was doing everything because my clients knew who Adrian was. They knew who I was and what I was doing. And it really hampered my ability to make more money. Okay? So I had to learn to delegate. What are some of the things that I don't like to do that I can hand off? That is second nature to me, that I can tell if they're doing it right, but I don't want to do it anymore. And start working from there and being able to delegate out. Then it also comes back to what? Hiring the right people. A lot of times I've seen Facebook posts of people saying, you know what, I hired this person and they did good for 3 months and then it was horrible. You didn't hire the right person, or you thought you had the right person, but you really didn't. But you have to get to a place where you're ready to say, okay, I trust this person to do this specific set of tasks or these jobs. This is what you need. This is the level you need to get to where you decide to hire people and you want to be comfortable that they can do what they need to do and generate revenue so that you're not killing yourself running every aspect of the business. You don't want to do that. So let go of that power struggle and go ahead and hire people who know how to do what you do. And then the last part of that was self-image. So there's a lot of imposter syndrome that's going on these internet streets nowadays. Listen, run your own race, okay? Don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't look at how other people are presenting. Let's say, presenting, because there's doing versus presenting. There are a lot of people presenting like they're doing so much, but they really aren't. Stop looking around you. Stop looking at what other people are doing. Stop using other people as a benchmark. You are worthy. You are capable of growing and scaling a company. You just need to be able to focus on doing the things that make you happy, doing the things that fulfill your clients, and building the team that can help you generate that revenue. Forget imposter syndrome, because when you decided to go into business, you decided to create a company. And when you decided to create a company, you decided to build a legacy for your children, your family, grandkids, and all of that. Can you look in your children's eyes right now, where you are in the level of your business, and confidently let them know, I got this, I'm building something to pass on to you that's going to be so phenomenal that there's not going to be much for you to do. You're going to inherit it and keep it running. That's not where most of y'all are today. That's where you can get to if you hire the right team. So, but you have to take those risks. You have to take the risk and come up off that checkbook a little bit to hire the right people. You have to take that risk to be able to delegate, and you have to take that risk to drop that imposter syndrome feeling that you get and be confident that you are a mogul chick. You can do this. So those are the things I wanted to talk about today. And, you know, like I said, I'm on my 90-day journey to post every day, Monday through Friday, to post videos. If you have any questions or comments, leave something down below in the comment section, or you can DM me, or you can email me at info@mogulchicks.com. And let's talk about it. What's keeping you back? What's prohibiting you from taking a risk? What's keeping you from hiring? So I'm Adrienne Graham, CEO and founder of Mogul Chix, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.